Need a lube.
We have to speak the truth. Them have to kill me dead. And when me dead, them can't kill me said. No, we have to speak the truth. Them have to kill me dead. And when me dead. Whoa. I'm from the beautiful land of Jamaica, land of sunshine and the best reggae maker. From me was a little boy from dollar a paper. Pay corruption a poor people paper. Them creating killer, thief and raper. Youth graduate from college done hotel waiter. Politician them attack but them will get better later. Only man ever better the undertaker. The truth, but I want to kill me dead. And when me dead them can't kill when me said. Now we have to speak the truth. Them have to kill me dead. And when me dead, them can't kill when me said now. Whoa, things out of hand in a all kind of man. A motor vehicle examiner and the biggest scammer. Them scam me nephew, me niece and me mama. Wonder when the government a go put down the hammer. Police respect your uniform, the oath on the way honor. No in a rum bar and a drink till the stomach. Embarrassment to the force with no vulgar grammar. Jump in a yoke, you almost kill nana. Office speak the truth, no one fi kill me dead. And when me dead, them can't kill when me said. Now we have to speak the truth. No one fi kill me dead. No one when me dead, them can't kill when me said. Now, well, this a topic when me want to get wild land. Why so much petty fall they pan me island? A Jamaica me at a bone, no one no Thailand. Big man dead they want fi take a liquor picking in island. Petty fall fi stop, government fi go off at them. Look on the size and left me look at that of them. Bring them in a jail house, make the judge slaughter them in a prison. When they feel the rat again, I'll be speak the truth. Them have to kill me dead. And when me dead, them can't kill when me said. Now me have to speak the truth. Them have to kill me dead. And when me dead, them can't kill when me said. Now politician, for your time now, open your ears all. The citizen in charge of the seat that you hold when election done. You remember a soul, not even go fix to patrol. Can't meet with basic needs, then what is your role? The youth they want better road and light palm pole. Youth they want job and money in a bill full. Politician me say make no so cold. So we have to speak the truth. Them have to kill we dead. And when me dead, them can't kill when me said. Now we have to speak the truth. Them have to kill me. Jamaican callers, they here. Okay. Enjoy the tune, man.
Power family, manners and respect, blessings family. Now, the people must struggle, you know. But as I read something where in St. Catherine, people are still marooned. We can't believe that. Where is the JCF to lower the rope, make soldier jump off, go give them people some assistance? Or is it we're gonna have some people cut off and nobody can reach to them? But just sitting on the paper, me say, wow. Now, prior to the hurricane, the government told us that they were prepared, very prepared government. Everything were good, tick, tack. There were groups of people in strategic locations ready to work right after the election. And it's not looking that way. You know, and we hear the government say social media tell lie and all this stuff, but it look like the only people man set up people man tell lie are the politician them. Yeah? The nonsense is gaslighting. And the people man wake up, you know. Must I tell you? And the youth them wake up. The youth them zero in. So me want to go to the foreign press. Because the government says social media tell lie upon them. So maybe if you hear some other accent I speak on what is going on in Jamaica, then you guys might believe. You know, don't take it from me. We talk about Jamaicanness. So what about if we could hear from some foreign reporter and see if they might talk anything different from what I'm saying and what social media is saying, because they are saying that people are lying. One of the reporter even go to Parliament, inside Parliament, to interview Little Matthew. I want you to listen to this, people. Now for you guys, I posted a video on my thing a long time. I put it on TikTok, where such man say, it's a love can't eat. There are other things beside love, like building, creating, and all them things. Remember that video there? We still have it on TikTok. Love can't eat. Remember that video there? There are other things beside love you can do. Beside love. Remember that video I play? I want you guys to listen to this. And it will tell you the kind of, it will match the kind of recovery effort you are seeing from the government. I'm not playing a politician on my page. I don't even want to see them face. But I'm going to play them voice through my device. Listen to this.
It's not just, it is not have a greater impact on our economy because of any lack of management of the disaster. And that is what your administration is doing. Yes, it will have an impact, but we're going to use management to minimize the impact so that we can continue to grow. It will have an impact on our growth, but if it's not managed well, the impact will be even greater. And so the response the citizens of the country should know, it's not...
Listen this. This are the part, if you listen, about the response. This is before the hurricane, you know. The Prime Minister tell you everything where it go before the hurricane. You not believe him. Listen, people. This is before the hurricane.
And so the response the citizens of the country should know, it's not just about how we get food to people who don't have it during the disaster, and how do we get water to people who don't have it right after the disaster, and how do we make sure that the various shelters are properly stood up and people are taken care of in the shelter. A large part of the disaster response is to how do we ensure that the farmers get back into the field? How do we ensure that the hotels are back up and running quickly? How do we ensure that the electricity grid stands up so that production comes back quickly? And that's...
It's not about bringing water. You wonder why the government not come nowhere about you. People are still stranded. We not seen at the paper in the news a while ago in St. Catherine. So you hear the Prime Minister say, but the response is not about water and giving of food. It's about, we never throw the farming in there, but they don't give a damn about farming because they might make money from shipping in containers of food in the country try to replace the farmers. So you have to just throw that in for show local empathy. But you want to show say the recovery is not about uno. How to make hotel keep cranking back again. What do you know? Man, I'm sorry for the boy. To play it again.
How do we get water to people who don't have it? Get food to people who don't have it. And so the response the citizens of the country should know, it's not just about how we get food to people who don't have it during the disaster. And how do we get water to people who don't have it right after the disaster? And how do we make sure that the various shelters are properly stood up and people are taken care of in the shelter? A large part of the disaster response is to how do we ensure that the farmers get back into the field?
You're right.
How do we ensure that the hotels are back up and running quickly? How do we ensure that the electricity grid stands up so that production comes back quickly? And that's where we are, and that's what I've been working on, coordinating everything, making sure that after the disaster, we're back up and running very quickly. That is resilience. So in closing, I want, and the JCF are critical to maintaining security during the disaster, but they will also play an important...
What are the people? Yo, Wagwan?
After Hurricane Melissa, we are outside and we're now at Icon in Westmoreland. Guys, the damage in Westmoreland is very severe to a point where some of my neighbors don't have any home. Who have home now have no house stuff. My family is okay, we're okay. So Christopher Tufton came here with this helicopter over my head. There's a lot of persons out here because they stated that they're bringing care packages to Westmoreland. Some people don't have any food, no water, no toiletries, no nothing. And we're out here. Now look at this line right here. You see this line? You see this line? They're giving each person one patty, one apple, and a bottle of water. All these people are here. One patty, one apple, and a water. That's it. That's all we're getting. Some people have nowhere to live. There's no zinc, no zinc nail, no wood, no nothing. Thank God for the little concrete house we're living in because me and tell us say God bless we and we're able to help some persons around us. But if this is what Christopher Tufton came to Westmoreland to do, it makes no sense. Trust me, it makes no sense. We want our water commission turn on the water. That is what we wanted. So we can wash our clothes, we can take a shower. All of these things. One patty, one small bottle of water, and an apple. That is it. This is crazy. Crazy.
You know, before the hurricane come, very prepared, you know, well prepared.
Confusion at this time. The country don't need confusion at this time. The only passport one need to go to the shelter is that you go, the shelters are there. We separate male from the females, families stay together, walk with your medication, walk with some water and crackers for the first couple of hours. But once the centers are activated in a way, there is nothing that those persons who are in the shelters will be denied. Again,
Hold on. There's nothing in those shelters you guys will be denied of. You say, in the shelter, man, act like the shelter, them have staff, you know. Males separated from females and families stay together. And nothing in the shelter. They talk about a schoolroom and nobody don't know me as a picnic and get a grip, you know. It's when these guys on the platform and they must speak to, they not talk to we, you know. Because we know it's a lie them a tell. I talk them a talk so foreign can't hear and all these things like everything is so good. When that's some serious, bro, you know. Judge, I mean, I don't know about people and talk. But be here prepare the work, man. Prepare, you know. Look here again. School. The shelter, remember, you know, shelter and no staff up at school. So I say males are separated from females and the family stay together. That's all like a well-oiled, well-good run shelter, don't it? If the males are separated from the female and the family stay together, it seems as if all the shelters were properly staffed. And I said nothing in the shelter where you're going to be denied of. So you want food, water. Mighty God. Anybody going on shelter, yes, sir? Anybody been to the shelter? I know of anybody who been to the shelter and I'm telling you the condition because I read about it, I watch a video them about it. People say our shelter top blow off. Me see on Monday Road, I look food was in the shelter. Say there's no food, no water. Me see somebody back him up with a camera. He say in there one shelter up there and food him a look before the hurricane come. You can't make that up, people. We could go on here in a man.
need confusion at this time. The only passport one need to go to the shelter is that you go, the shelters are there. We separate male from the females, families stay together, walk with your medication, walk with some water and crackers for the first couple of hours. But once the centers are activated in a way,
Listen,
there is nothing that those persons who are in the shelters will be denied.
is that true?
Again, I urge Jamaicans not to listen to misinformation. It is bad.
People, isn't this misinformation? The people them who are tell me say we must listen to misinformation. Every hurricane season look like them do it, you know. Them tell lies to make themselves look good. This was from Hurricane Beryl.
There is no tracking of people. There is no curtailing of people saying anything that is negative. That is absolutely not the case.
The person was tracked and their identity discovered.
Anyone can say anything, and it is amplified around the country and around the world. And it is important that as we protect the rights of our people and protect the right to freedom of expression and speech, that at the same time it is grounded in truth.
Some 60-odd shelters across the country.
Go to any of our 780 plus shelters.
We have 900 shelters right across the island.
$60 780, 900 shelter. Prime Minister said 900. Little Matthew say 780. Mackenzie say 60 odd. So now we see Mackenzie in this just before the hurricane. Now he's telling us that he have 800 shelter now. It's not 60 odd no more. So between Beryl and now it look like we build a lot of shelters. Them things, Lord Jesus. Them forget that we have the information. One says 60 odd, one says 700 and sitting. The Prime Minister say a different number. Now Mackenzie say, who said 60 odd in Beryl, is telling us in Melissa that we have over 800 shelter and they are pretty much stacked. Because you see one more time, I'll run through. Why? Misinformation. Misinformation.
The only passport one need to go to the shelter is that you go, the shelters are there. We separate male from the females. Families stay together. Walk with your medication. Walk with some water and crackers for the first couple of hours. But once the centers are activated in a way, there is nothing that those persons who are in the shelters will be denied. Again,
wow.
I urge
that's good
Jamaicans not to listen to
misinformation. That's
this time for us to be getting this kind of
misinformation.
You have some challenges with some of the persons on the streets, the homeless.
Yo.
On my way here this morning,
Yo, the man say, no, it's not the time for misinformation. The man I tell you say, families are separated in shelters. Male go one place, female go one place, and the family stick together. The only way you have that, the way you will have that running at a shelter, unless the shelter is a staff shelter. You understand me? People working there. But not up at school. We see people that say they go up at school and them alone up there. And them coward. Not up at school. By themselves. Look really so prepared they were, man.
Government is doing all of this in the interest of the country.
Yes.
We are ensuring that the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, as I said yesterday, is on ready, working closely. Let me break to invite the most honorable Prime Minister to the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, along with the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management and the other agencies are fully activated.
Yeah.
Already we are seeing where persons have been reaching out, seeking assistance, and we have been responding as we get the
fully activated. Everything. That's before the hurricane, you know. Everything was, I know I hear people fully activated. Man, what do you know, man?
Along with the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, along with the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, and the other agencies are fully activated. And already we are seeing where persons have been reaching out, seeking assistance, and we have been responding as we get the call. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is 11:30.
So, yeah, I hear that, people. So what I hear from the man is that everything is up. Everything is good to go, people. The man also told us that there are people in strategic location. Just anytime the hurricane done, man, I just, you know, hear them say, strategic location. So anytime the hurricane done, everything good. then why me I read today say of people who are stranded? Why me I read? No, me just ask. Why me I read where people are stranded? Me hear them go up on CNN News, right? CNN. And them go up on CNN and them talk them things. Me the Prime Minister go up on CNN and them talk. You know, I say, oh, we're ready. Everybody say we're ready, you know. But are we ready, people? Are we ready? Because we still see people a run down truck with food tonight. We still see people were desperate. Then a while ago, before me go further, I'm gonna read it because you know the people don't understand what I want, and sometimes I have to, go read it and make them know what I want. So this is where we see in the RFM news. There is a growing concern that St. Catherine residents severely impacted by Hurricane Melissa may not receive assistance anytime soon. When I hear me say, people live at St. Catherine, you know. What kind of nonsense is this? What is this? No, like seriously, people, what is this? What the hell is this going on here? You know, so it's St. Catherine Northwestern. Damian Crawford raised the issue during an interview with RFM News. He explained that while St. Catherine has been deemed an area moderately impacted by the hurricane, several homes no longer have roof and many farms are utterly destroyed. Mr. Crawford noted that although the damage experienced in the parish cannot be compared to the impact on the western parishes, several St. Catherine residents need help. You hear people? Wow. So efforts are being made to get relief packages and other forms of assistance to them. Wow. So we talk about people, we talk about St. Catherine. People are still stranded. How long since? These guys told us about people in strategic location. You know? So we're not supposed to hear this today, don't it? We're not supposed to hear this, man. Not today. We're not supposed to hear this. Not today. I mean, St. Catherine, that too close to the capital. Why help not gone to them people? It is beyond me. But you know what? Let's get on back with the preparation measures with them. About them prepare. Listen to these people. Man, I said them ready, brother.
In a category 5 storm to protect your property.
Hold on.
Keep your life.
Hold on.
In a category 5
CNN, such man upon. CNN.
Keep your life safe. Immediately.
Man, they are CNN. CNN.
The Defense Force, our fire brigade and other services will be rapidly mobilized to see if we can rescue persons and assist those persons who may be marooned.
Rapidly mobilized to assist people who are marooned. So what about them people marooned at St. Catherine? How long now? How much more week they want to go fix up Jamaica, man? Talk to me, people. People are marooned. Still. But listen to the person here on CNN before hurricane, I say, oh, we're prepared and we planned. Yeah, Minister say.
Category 5 storm to protect your property, keep your life safe. Immediately after the threat is passed,
immediately,
our Jamaica Defense Force, our fire brigade and other services will be rapidly mobilized to see if we can rescue persons and assist those persons who may be marooned. At this time, because
so they hear that. They hear that. All right, let's see about the plan about price gouging. You have a plan for that, you know?
Greater impact on our economy because of any lack of management of the disaster.
Let's a price gouging plan.
Yes, it will have an impact, but we're going to use management to minimize the impact so that we can continue to grow. It will have an impact on our growth, but if it's not managed well, the impact will be.
But there's something else, you know. Yo, we already tell it already, you know. Hold on.
Of life and property. We ask the public to cooperate, and you can be assured that before any of these measures are taken, there will be consultation with the stakeholders, and there will be adequate public notice so that everyone will know. We do ask for your cooperation. We will take one other measure, which is under the Trade Act, to
Listen.
prevent any price gouging
You there?
that might take place. The minister, one other measure with, and there will
Listen
be
this.
public notice so that everyone will know. We do ask for your cooperation. We will take one other measure, which is under the Trade Act, to prevent any price gouging that might take place. The Minister of Health guided you properly to say stick with, healthy foods of life.
Blah, blah, blah. All right. So you hear that, people? Say my protect we against price gouging. You can't make that up. Price gouging. People are bad boy high price, you know. Look who hear that lady here.
China building up there so completely.
Listen to this.
There is no work. It's just the spirit of the Jamaican people now.
Food prices already up and gas scarce.
Listen.
Just buy this bread right up the road here so for $1,200. Generally, it's $700 for it. Meat, nobody buy any of that. Water, the big meat.
Mr. Prime Minister, $1,200 for $700 bread. You promise say that do something about the price gouging.
Of life and property. And we ask the public to cooperate. And you can be assured that before any of these measures are taken, there will be consultation with the stakeholders, and there will be adequate public notice so that everyone will know. We do ask for your cooperation. We will take one other measure,
Listen.
which is under the Trade Act, to prevent any price gouging that might take place. The Minister of Health guided you properly to say stick with, healthy foods of life and property.
So I'm going to take one other measure, price gouging. And you see lady say, $1,200 for $700 bread. Me no see nobody from no government agency I go round. Nobody. I pay promise people. The whole time, if you follow the man, they maybe say the man have everything in place before the goddamn hurricane. When people talk, them say people are tell lie. But look at people. No take it from me. Because I might say a lie, me I tell too. Me know no listen to foreign media and the man with the accent. You know listen and believe them better than me. All when them I tell no lie. But gentle people, me could go and listen to them answer. Foreign media, this is after the hurricane. And remember saying no. Before the hurricane, all the promise, all the plan, what they're gonna do. Now we want to see what happened after the hurricane. And it's not coming from Jamaican media, right? Now, I might play one or two from Jamaican media, but we're not going to hear it. Say a foreign media to come from a foreign media. I say, one of them even go meet, pissed off, and go meet little Matthew up a parliament and go interview him in a parliament. You never know that? Me never seen a Jamaican media do that before. Me never seen a Jamaican media go a parliament, go interview politician. Me never see that yet. If nobody see it anyway, let me know. Let's listen to this.
We have witnessed desperate attempts by storm survivors.
You hear the man say? For 4 days, something witness. Remember, Jamaica say, them ready. Them are people in strategic location. Even the shelter, them nice. Anything you want to get it. Steamed fish, crab legs, filet mignon, fish egg. But we listen to this, people. But we hear the foreign man them say because I like them say social media tell lie, And true me no want to tell no lie on them. They got foreign. Because if you notice, they not debunk them man, Such man not debunk when the money I say. So that's why I'm going to play them man. They want to take set and pick pan social media. But none of them not debunk. These guys, them don't debunk foreign media, But them want say a social media make nice when foreign media, they all over. One lady come from what, Baltimore or something, they call my platform. And tell me she from Channel 10 or something like that, or local news. She also tell me that for the local news, she hear say, the people them who are working in a hotel not going to come back to work in a hotel. The government is going to get pure foreign people to work in a hotel. How foreign know that and Jamaica know that? I say, what? She said, yes. It was on a local, I think she said Channel 10 News. She said it was on a local news where they must say Jamaican people not going to come back in a hotel. Government are cut off on the foot, them and get foreign people to work in a hotel. Remember me tell you about the lifeguard them, who them send home, and them have lifeguard from Dominica. Remember me tell you that? Them have lifeguard from Dominica and send home the lifeguard, or I think I work at Rio or something like that, for 1 month. So it is said the lifeguard them say, they might tell them say the government brought in cheaper labor from the Dominica, and they might take advantage of it. So them send home people just go through hurricane, then get sent home, lifeguard, and hire other lifeguard from Dominica. So the lady I tell me she here on her Channel 10 News. Remember them thing no explain to you Jamaica, you know. All them do are just do things, you know, when I ask a question because they take you for idiot. See, so foreign share here for fear news. Say, oh, hotel worker not coming back. They might get foreigners to work there. So I'm add that what she said to me. Plus what me I hear about the lifeguard them, I say, wow, there might be some truth to this. But anyway, I could go and listen to foreign media. And this is, remember, me just play for you the plan with an preparation before the hurricane. Now listen all of this and see if this look like a government that was prepared.
For 4 days, we have witnessed desperate attempts by storm survivors to find supplies. We have heard the anger and frustration of Jamaicans as they wait for help from their own government.
Listen.
The despair came from those who live inland.
Jamaican people need desperate help.
It came from those in coastline communities.
No clinic, we don't have no school, we don't have no food.
We have seen suffering on a large scale. And what seemed to me to be a slow and grossly inadequate national and international emergency response. So we came here to the Jamaican Parliament to put the criticism directly to the government. Matthew Samuda is one of the key ministers involved. We've been besieged by people saying to us, look, we need water, we need fuel, we need power, we need water. What would you say to those people?
It pains us deeply what they're going through on the western end of the island. But help is indeed coming. We are benefiting significantly from international logistics support of mobility. We expect the position this evening to be better than yesterday. We expect the position tomorrow to be better than today. This is a storm that could be classified as the world's first Category 6 hurricane. If this storm had hit New York or London, response would not be much different because it is 185-mile-an-hour winds sustained that hit a very old set of towns. So this is to be expected. There is no jurisdiction on Earth that would function seamlessly post 185-mile-an-hour storm.
What does the Caribbean learn? What does Jamaica learn? What does the world learn about the need?
Look at someone that say if foreign, them always equate themselves with foreign. You know? So if foreign get linked with this hurricane, the response would still be the same. The response would still be the same. That the man saying, you know, Little Matthew is a liar, you know, people. That brother, there's a serial liar, you know. Little Matthew is a liar. Go on, listen, man, say the same thing that happened if the storm hit foreign. Go on, listen, backside.
No clinic, we don't have no school, we don't have no food.
We have seen suffering on a large scale. And what seemed to me to be a slow and grossly inadequate national and international emergency response. So we came here to the Jamaican Parliament to put the criticism directly to the government. Matthew Samuda is one of the key ministers involved. We've been besieged by people saying to us, look, we need water, we need fuel, we need power, we need water. What would you say to those people?
It pains us deeply what they're going through.
No
on the western
empathy.
end of the island.
No empathy.
What
No
help
love.
is indeed coming. We are benefiting significantly from international logistics support now and mobility. We expect the position this evening to be better than yesterday. We expect the position tomorrow to be better than today. This is a storm that could be classified as the world's first Category 6 hurricane. If this storm had hit New York or London, the response would not be much different.
Yeah. If the storm hit New York and London, it would be response would be much different, people. Come here, man. Come here, man. Don't live in London and New York. Come here, man. Come, people. The response would be different. So Jamaica eats up themselves with New York and London. No wonder we don't have 900 and 800 shelter. I don't have the financial superpower of the Caribbean and have shit in the water. Come on, man. What is this?
185 mile an hour winds sustained that hit a very old set of towns. So this is to be expected. There's no jurisdiction.
If this is to be expected, so what the preparation there? Where the man them there, where the groups were in a strategic location, where them there, them said this is to be expected, you know. That means if you know say this is go on, where is the preparation? This is to be expected. Then think them talk to that, you know. The journalists are calculate everything we must say, you know. You understand me? But journalists are foreign and like to badger people. But the journalists are listen everything we might hear, you know. But how if it happen in New York or London, response are gonna be the same. And this was to be expected. So how come we don't see the preparation if this, we don't expect this? Boy, I don't know more than me, you know. Huh? We go listen
They're
more.
going through on the western end of the island. What help is indeed coming. We are benefiting significantly from international logistics support now.
International logistics support and mobility. One brother they come on my platform and come tell me say, they might bring the Chinook, them come out there and things that go different. So how come people still stranded? How come people still marooned? How come we see a regular TikTok and a regular Joe them and the artists them and feed the people them and save them life? How come we see that? So how come we see this foreign thing? One not talk about help nothing boy ya. One not do.
We expect the position this evening to be better than yesterday. We expect the position tomorrow to be better than today. This is a storm that could be classified as the world's first Category 6 hurricane. If this storm had hit New York or London,
We said Jamaica always a push it. It could be classified as Category 6. Jamaica is a special place, you know. The financial superpower of the Caribbean. The country where politicians get more raise paid than every one of them in the Caribbean. Nobody in the Caribbean have more get more raise like get money like them money. Them man are special.
response would not be much different because it's 105 mile an hour winds sustained that hit a very old set of towns. So this is to be expected. There is no jurisdiction on earth that would function seamlessly post 185 mile an hour storm.
What does the Caribbean learn? What does Jamaica learn? What does the world learn about the need for greater resiliency in infrastructure given climate change?
We're going to have to go back to the drawing board. I think we're going to have to pull the best engineers in the world to look at the solutions that can withstand a Category 5 or Category 6 storm, because this is, I think, the 7th year in a row that a Category 5 hurricane has made landfall in the Caribbean. We are on the front lines of the climate crisis, and we have to adapt in a manner that takes into consideration the realities that we face. Building with the same structures is not going to help us at all.
And that is evident across the whole of the disaster zone. This school had already been rebuilt after a previous hurricane. And look at it now. Vanessa, a school principal, took ITV News into the wreckage of her classrooms. She warned that schools might take a year to reopen, and she is frightened for her students.
They're not doing well. About 90% of them are homeless at this moment. I checked in on them just before I came here. They were happy to see me. They're always happy to see me, but the reality is they don't have any homes. Our students cannot manage the online because there's no infrastructure for it. There's no electricity, there's no internet, so they can't go online. Their bags are wet, their books are wet, their beds are wet. So it's really hard.
Jamaica's challenge is not just recovering from Melissa. It is also preparing for the next great hurricane. But more ITV News in Western Jamaica.
Yeah, man, because, you know, the foreign media, they are going to tell them like they see it, you know. And they got Jamaican media with them are edit and, you know, and I call down an office if they say, boss, listen that, boss, if it sound good, if you want me to put that out. That sound good, read that for me first, boss. Me know I upset you, you know. Me feel so that they do, you know. Yo, boss, me going to write an article, me know I upset. Give boss, I want to say if you read good. If you want me about anything, go to tell me just underline here. Me know I upset the boss, man. Me could listen to some more foreign media because they say a lie we are telling them. They say a lie we are telling. Let's go to ITV News. We wouldn't like to tell a lie for nobody, man. So we could listen to people who are telling the truth. Listen to people who are telling the truth.
No water.
Maybe if them hear somehow it are coming from some other accent, maybe they will believe it. All like me, social media tell lie for me. Me could say I go on.
No light, no bed. You get hold of your cancer medication. Right, you have to try. You have to try. You have to try.
For those living in Jamaica's forgotten hill communities, there is no choice but to take a truck into the nearest town and search in the ruins and debris for supplies.
We went to the Black River to loot some food because we have nothing.
But this is not so much looting,
Jaja.
rather keeping their families alive until outside help arrives.
We are homeless. We need a
But there is no sign of assistance and their despair is growing.
everything is gone.
No sign of assistance and their despair is growing. Now,
We went to the Black River to loot some food because we have nothing.
But this is not so much looting, rather keeping their families alive until outside help arrives.
We are homeless. We need a lot of help.
But there is no sign of assistance and their despair is growing.
Everything is gone. I have no house, I have nothing. No food, nothing.
Everything is 60 homes and everything.
We join their journey back home,
Like 56 homes.
past shattered houses and shops, through a landscape crushed into submission. And once in their small town of Brampton Lane, we hear for ourselves of their acute suffering.
Jamaican people need desperation. No water, no food, no light, no bed, nothing to sleep on.
Can you get hold of your cancer medication?
Well, we have to try. We have to try. Can't give up. You have to.
20 miles away, we did discover a trickle of aid arriving in the most devastated parish, but nowhere near enough to satisfy the requirements of tens of thousands of Jamaicans who have lost everything.
The desperation we saw there up in the hills is matched by the urgent needs along Jamaica's battered coastline. And it says something about this country's sense of solidarity and community that the first aid to arrive in this town are private donations.
The local member of parliament told me of his shock at the lack of a national and global response.
I'm just as flabbergasted as you are. I'm really wondering what is going on. I've been crying out like a voice in the wind.
that is the Campbell people. He's saying really, him displeased a wagwan. Everybody, you know, feel away wagwan. The first aid will come in the country, in the community. Regular donor people, not from the government. We say if it wasn't for people, enough people that suffer. I don't know if some people they expect that the people are not going to survive, or the people are not going to get up and come out for people. I don't know if the people think that Jamaica are so hateful, so that means that we don't see people are struggle and are suffer, and we not help them. I believe that them shock, you know, that would have come out, you know. I believe that them shock. Listen for me there, yeah, man. Not take it from me.
20 miles away, we did discover a trickle of aid arriving in the most devastated parish, but nowhere near enough to satisfy the requirements of tens of thousands of Jamaicans who have lost everything.
The desperation we saw there up in the hills is matched by the urgent needs along Jamaica's battered coastline. And it says something about this country's sense of solidarity and community that the first aid to arrive in this town are private donations.
The local member of parliament told me of his shock at the lack of a national and global response.
I'm just as flabbergasted as you are. I'm really wondering what is going on. I've been crying out like a voice in the wilderness. Very disappointed that we have not seen more of a governmental response to what is a crisis. What I am seeing is suffering. That's what I'm seeing. That's what my eyes are seeing.
Among those waiting here by the waterfront is Tina James.
No help, we don't see no Air Force, no food by the government, no doctor, we have no hospital, we don't have no clinic, we don't have no school, we don't have no food. Please, we are asking one time. We need it. We need it. We need it. We need it.
Not far away, we met her friend Diane Poyser, inspecting the wreckage of her house. She was injured in the storm by flying glass.
Honestly, I see 150 different color lights when it hits me.
Her neighbor filmed the hurricane at its peak last week as it pummeled houses that stood no chance of resisting winds of this velocity.
This is where my 4 kids were.
Diane spent that night huddled here with her children, protected by bags of cement, thankful they emerged alive.
Once there is life, there is hope. And I will always believe in that. I will have life. So it's going to take me a while to do what we have to do, but one day at a time.
One day at a time.
One day at a time.
Around her now is the wreckage of her town. The scale of the destruction is still difficult to comprehend.
The roof is blown off, but thank God we are still able to gather in his house. Amen.
At church this weekend, amid the wreckage of pews and with the roof lost to the storm, Diane and Tina gave thanks for the survival of their families. These are raw emotions as residents process this past harrowing week. As we drove back through the sea of destruction, we again encountered the residents of Brompton Lane, those we had joined in the truck 2 days earlier.
We need water, we need food, we need all the supplies we can get to survive.
Still forgotten, they were pleading with passing motorists for help. Jamaicans have been promised a massive relief and recovery effort by their government and by the world. A week on, they are still waiting. Robert Moore, ITV News in Western Jamaica.
More than a week, the people them still waiting. They say, don't take it from me. Because when they say blogger tell lie, we could hear from some of the people who don't love man. They don't love their accent and everything about them. So, but the more if you believe them over me, you know. Some mighty goodness, you can't make this up, you know. No, this one cannot be made up. You cannot, and I make up them thing, yeah. Them thing you can't make up people. You know, the news, the foreign news, the people that will listen and believe the foreigners them more than we, a yard. Because when we did and I tell them it in a patois, it can't like say, I want different language, I tell them, you know. So they will come out and say, boy, I lie, you don't tell me, couldn't lie, so. No, man, I lie. People believe me. The people that come out and say, we are lying. We are tell lie? All right. I got the local 10 news. I'm not telling a lie, partner now. No. My God.
In Jamaica, flare concerns are rising as communities struggle to recover from the devastating Hurricane Melissa.
This morning, we're getting a closer look at one of the areas hardest hit. Local 10's Christina Vasquez on the ground there, where we found a hospital that was completely decimated. She's joining us live now from Montego Bay.
Check this out.
Christina.
Yes, and this was an area that it's local residents who told us about it. We just interviewed minutes ago before joining you live a local physician, and I have to tell you, out of all the substantial needs that exist here, there's no electricity, right? There's substantial structural damage. These people lost their roofs, but they don't have tarps, so they can't mitigate against future water damage. But rising above all of that comes the issue of waterborne diseases.
Listen.
Local physician nearly in
I want to listen to this, I think I hear Dr. Alfred Dawes speaking about this, Waterborne disease, I want to listen to this, people. As some people think through them, they are Town and Clarendon and all different other parishes when they get no hit. But I think you're free from all this. It's not over yet, people. Just make a work and get the people them safe and do the work, the politician. Why? The Jamaican people them, why am I sooner come out? God know.
Before joining you live, a local physician, and I have to tell you, out of all the substantial needs that exist here, there's no electricity, right? There's substantial structural damage. People lost their roofs, but they don't have tarps, so they can't mitigate against future water damage. But rising above all of that comes the issue of waterborne diseases. So
Hear
the
that?
local physician nearly in tears, because she's looking ahead and she knows that the continuing, especially the area that we're in, which is in Montego Bay and then east of Montego Bay up to then the Hanover Parish. So Trelawny, Hanover, and where we are, there's still no running water in many parts, and there's no access to clean water. And in fact, there was one road that we were hugging the shoreline, and there's still floodwaters, and you could smell it. The air was thick with the smell of raw sewage because when the storm surge came, it ruptured a lot of the sewage pipes. So now you put that all together, and you have some raw sewage and contaminated water pumping through the rivers and streams here that the locals are then dipping into to bathe, to wash their clothes, to try to get water that we have seen them put in gallons to take back to their homes in order to try to cook. And she basically says that cholera is knocking on the door here, that if they don't get the kind of medical supplies they need, but also if they don't get this access to water issues solved, she's terrified, quite frankly, that they are going to see outbreaks of diseases here. Let's take a look together at some of the things we saw yesterday.
Water to wash clothes.
Jamaica's Trelawny Parish, east of Montego Bay, is one of the island's hardest hit but least assessed areas. Zinc roofing wrapped around power lines, twisted cell phone towers.
The medical centers on this portion of the island are completely destroyed.
And in the capital town of Falmouth, this waterfront hospital, pummeled by Hurricane Melissa, is in desperate need of critical medical supplies.
IV kits, sterile gauze, dressings, bandages.
Parts of the roof have been ripped off, patient rooms in disarray, staff in place trying to treat patients.
What do you guys need to be able to be up and running again? Everything.
Local residents directed members of Savage Freedom's operations and Project Dynamo to this area to assess needs, to develop a resupply plan.
We have a large load that's coming in tomorrow on a 737 from the Jack Brewer Foundation. And then we have another 737 that we have lined up for Thursday to bring in another large load.
And ensure incoming aid is strategically collected and dispersed.
We can't rebuild Jamaica. Jamaica has to rebuild Jamaica. But maybe what we can do is help provide those medical supplies to the hospital so they can start treating their local medical emergencies. They have 18,000 gallon water capacity at this hospital. They have no water available because it's either been blown out of the tanks or they've already burned through the water usage to help supply clean water to the local community. Waterborne illnesses are going to be a huge issue in Jamaica. We're also shifting into dengue fever season down here in Jamaica. So the doc was talking about, again, some concerns with that, not having clean water, not having proper prophylaxis in place, not enough medication or medicine to be able to treat the issues.
And Jamaica is in a serious problem, so if we could help, come and help us, we need help.
Okay, so in case you're someone at home that's looking to help folks in Jamaica and you see that and you're wondering how you can help. So this is a list that the physician we just interviewed said they need: IV fluids, oral rehydration salts, IV giving lines, face masks, disposable gloves, IV antibiotics, dengue rapid kits, COVID rapid kits, sheets, towels, blankets, bleach, and hospital gowns, burn cream, topical antibiotics. That is just her short list of all the different medical supplies that they don't have in place, and that she wants to have them in to be on the front edge, right? So when the disease that they think is coming comes, that they have what they need to treat folks. As someone who's been on the ground here since Monday, I can also tell you firsthand, and big demand are tarps. So almost everywhere we've been, from homes to small businesses, to, as you saw, that hospital. I mean, you saw the hospital. There's an entire hospital with a roof ripped off, and there are no tarps to mitigate against any future water damage. And that hospital, as you saw, is also still trying to treat patients without electricity, without air conditioning, without tarps. So if you are part of one of the groups kind of working to collect items in need, add tarps to your list. And I have to speak on behalf of a local resident, Courtney McLeod, who we've met. He also says tents. He wants you to know that. We've seen that because tarps help folks who have shelter. There are a lot of folks who lost their homes altogether and they have nowhere to live. So there's a list for you in case you're out there and you're trying to collect some items. And this is the work that Project Dynamo is doing on the ground. They're a veteran-led organization that we're embedded with. So they're finding out through doing this work. We're literally just driving up, talking to people, walking up, figuring out those needs to make sure that they're not only delivering aid, they're delivering the right aid, right? They're delivering the things that people here need, and then making sure they strategically go to where they need to go. So for instance, they have that local physician contact. They now know from the hospital. So that's the look from the ground right now. Back to you.
Okay, Christina, live for us in Montego Bay this morning. As we know, the aftermath of Melissa continues. A lot of work being done there on the ground, as so many families are working to bring their lives back together in whatever way it looks like following this devastation. And of course, we are going to continue to keep you updated on everything. And of course, learn more about those relief efforts that are underway. Make sure you scan that QR code on your screen. It's going to direct you right to our website, local10.com.
Local10.com. So, this is what we're gonna people. Our news, don't take it from me. Because they must say a lie, we are tell. Me no want to tell a lie upon the government. No, I would never do that. Me not try to do that. Not try to spread no propaganda. No, this right here is TVJ. See what TVJ I say.
The world continues to respond.
Look how Jamaica do the news. In the cries of all this, listen TVJ news. These are them, go around the country and tell you what I go on. All right?
Relief efforts ramp up. Hi, I'm Debbie. The world continues to respond after Melissa devastated parts of Jamaica 10 days ago. However, slow to reach some communities. St. James among the parishes worst affected.
Listen, people.
Especially to reach areas in the hills above Montego Bay.
You've seen it all after the images of devastation filtering through from St. Elizabeth River, especially in the immediate aftermath of Melissa. But the enormity of the challenges lying ahead all around St. James Monday. Lilliput readily accessible, but every power pylon blown down. Roofless Suki and her mother Vivette among the thousands still without water and electricity.
We can't hold out because we are basically outside. In the night, our house is open. It's a good thing we're by the road.
Listen to this.
It's terrible.
Listen to that woman. She said she vote Labour right and she talked to the Prime Minister. I hope they might hear her, So she need help.
That river, especially in the immediate aftermath of Melissa. But the enormity of the challenges lying ahead all around St. James Monday. Lilliput readily accessible, but every power pylon blown down. Roofless Suki and her mother Vivette among the thousands still without water and electricity.
We can't hold out because we are basically outside. In the night, our house is open. It's a good thing we're by the road. It's terrible. We need water. Our water that we have is rainwater stink and stagnant right now. Bleach is not making any sense. Little to no food. The little water we have inside is been rationed. It's really devastating. Our Prime Minister that we voted for, he needs to come to our aid. It's not just us, but everybody else around us.
When your tin food runs out, when what you have stored runs out, what happens?
We are worried about that right now because we see the fight is about to scrabble If we have $5, we can't buy anything. The taxi to go to Montego Bay is $500 to go down there. The money can't get anything done. If you have $10, there's nothing to buy.
In Montego Bay, Marcia Johnson from Hopewell in Hanover, checking in with her daughter working at the Freeport.
All of these places where they have the digital plate, they are destroyed completely. You go over there, so you see cars stuck up on car, overcatching all there, so oh my God. People even died in their houses and a lot of things. Megamart is washed out. That a new building just opened up there, so is washed out completely. I mean, another China building up there, so completely gone. There is no work. It's just the spirit of the Jamaican people now.
Food prices already up and gas scarce.
Just buy this bread right up the road here, so for $1,200. Generally, it's $700 for it. Meat, nobody buy any of that. Water, the big main in Great River, down by corporate, it's broken. We have to be depending now on springs to get water or the rivers. And you know that pollution we're talking about right there. Mosquitoes, oh God. Anthony, you have to reach 6 o'clock, mosquito will lift you up out of your house. I mean, gas, you can't get it. You have to come out here from 5 o'clock in the morning.
Lines at petrol stations, the new normal. And the customers not leaving without filled plastic containers.
You know, stop that. I'm going to stop that up. And after that, we'll walk in the jug, go buy some gas and, you know, go to come away from my own town. It's hard for me. That we have to put your hand over, come on, mobile, St. James to get gas. So really rough. How much are they charging to fill up one of those? All right, one of these is for $800. And if you buy this from off the road, we have to pay $3,000 for one.
Another daily chore in the post-Melissa era.
Yesterday we buy 1 5-gallon fuel generator, 6,000. You put out already this morning. We buy the next one for another 6,000 again. We buy 3-gallon general bus, $1,300 a gallon. I'm going to come at the pump over the sun on my bridge and go buy 1 5-gallon for me and get it for $4,000. I'm sending down to look 3 more gallons for general bus. I'm in the below. But if I'm half tank, I'm not going to go and over. We up to the ears, we can't let gas go home. We left money, because we don't get no money at the ATM because the line too long. We have a bad need, so we can't come out. So somebody have to do for me running them for me. So, it's serious, man, because people worse than me.
Romeo Wilson and countless others under serious pressure, but holding it together.
One of the biggest problems is that me have over 300 pound of pork from the fridge. Or if it's spoiled, we get one generator, and every day the man have to come work for it. A little better this morning, you know, because if they run, we left it run. We left 12 watches, see what they're going. But we this morning, I don't know what that so.
The Jamaican news, them are jokey news. All type of music are playing, and them all type of backside nonsense. Them make light of the situation, you know. I can't take them sometime, you know. I serious stuff are going on, and every other news serious about you, you know. When I play music, and I wanna take it like it's just a little evening out news. They're not taking it serious, brother. No, sir. Make all this real news.
The damage caused by Hurricane Melissa across Jamaica and the Caribbean.
Local 10's Christina Vasquez is joining us live from Montego Bay with more on the distribution of materials and other
suffering from
materials and other supplies there. Christina.
Good morning. You know, as another morning.
Real news, people. No, but music not playing on a goddamn thing. I forgot give me no strike. You saw them take the news when people are die. That's a Jamaican news, you know. TVJ. When you see them do for them stuff, listen real news. People are serious about the news. That's why I say Jamaica sometimes. I say, because listen for news, yeah, man.
Rises here in Jamaica. So many are still reeling.
8 o'clock recovery efforts continue to pour in after the damage caused by Hurricane Melissa across Jamaica and the Caribbean.
Local 10's Christina Vasquez is joining us live from Montego Bay with more on the distribution of materials and other supplies there. Christina.
Good morning. You know, as another morning rises here in Jamaica, so many are still reeling from the significant impact of Hurricane Melissa. I can tell you firsthand from what we experienced while we were embedded with the relief group Project Dynamo yesterday. There are so many that still don't have running water. They do not have electricity. This is a veteran-led Tampa-based nonprofit, and they have boots on the ground right now because they're trying to get ahead of a worry that very soon, given how many days that it's been since the storm, the folks here could be entering a humanitarian crisis if aid is not delivered to the people who need it the most, especially when we talk about where it intersects with some of these critical infrastructure issues. So actually working with local police, they identified some areas that the local officials have asked members of Project Dynamo to help assess for them. One of them is an area called Catherine Hall. It's a neighborhood here in Montego Bay. We arrived there for the first time just about sunset into early evening, and it is a neighborhood that we learned from residents was just overwhelmed by immense storm surge, and left behind is a layers of sticky mud that residents are still trying to dig out from. Take a look.
You got a fall over coming up.
Residents of Montego Bay's Catherine Hall neighborhood.
It's my home and livelihood. I used to do my business here. White rags that I be selling? No more. Plates, mud, everything mud out. It's devastating.
Are still shoveling the layers of mud. And right now we're walking through just thick mud. You can feel it. It's spongy.
I continue to do it.
That buried their homes following Hurricane Melissa's terrifying storm surge.
Then it was just a gush. Anyway, the water map.
Looks pretty high, upwards of 6 feet.
Yes, in the front. In the back, it was about 5.
On the ground to help.
Down the road, there's somebody that's even far worse off, but we're not going to pass her on the way.
Members of the veteran-led Project Dynamo.
There's so much need here. We were working with Jamaican Constabulary Force and their police.
A lot of people are going to start suffering from different illnesses because of the lack of running water and the lack of food.
They have been delivering food, water,
We have an area that we're going to go to that needs some medical help.
and medical care to some of Jamaica's hardest hit areas.
You can see like hard muscle, and you can see underlying tissue.
And wind-ravaged Sandy Bay, trekking through difficult terrain to reach the most vulnerable.
How far did your house move?
Straight down to the road you go. So I thank you very much.
Thank you.
Because you was the first person to give me something.
They are also helping to evacuate U.S. citizens.
I mean, desperate. It's getting dangerous. So we've got to get Americans out here.
We just kept getting canceled and canceled and canceled, and our friend's on medication.
Pulled up in the bathroom for about 18 hours or so. What you're seeing right now is that, you know, not the emergencies from the storm at this point. That stuff's over. You're seeing people that have been trapped here for a week.
What you can see is that they lost big part of their infrastructure.
I think there is a delay in that aspect. I don't know what is happening because some of the areas they have not been visited as yet by any representative.
Down power lines and long gas lines stretch across the island.
Pull them in jugs, put a funnel in a tank, we throw it in. It's not that hard.
And despite the immense devastation,
For us, the major impact is the human impact.
a resounding spirit of resiliency.
Just being there to help each other. I think that has made it more bearable.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to rebuild.
I'm always praying, always, having hope and always going forward and believing in my country.
We are alive. We are alive. That's the most important thing. And once there is life, there is hope.
You hear from him that spirit of hope and the gratitude that he has for being alive. He is Samuel. He's one of the ones in the Catherine Hall neighborhood that you see there with the shovel, still trying to scrape those layers of mud out of his home. And that is because there's an understanding and appreciation that a lot of their fellow countrymen didn't make it. At the last check with the Associated Press, the death toll here is at 32. The fear among some is that that could climb. Take, for example, the hotel property I'm joining you from. It is run by a local family. And what they were explaining, they have 200 staff members. And of those, they haven't been able to reach all of them, not even yet, all these days after. Part of that is the infrastructure issues that we're talking about because of the downed electricity lines and how that's impacting the ability to communicate. Those comms issues are impacting the ability that the family has to make sure that all of their staff are okay. And that's weighing very heavily on them as they try to reach out and make sure that everyone is accounted for. And it is a bit stunning to see that they are still in that place so many days after the storm. I did speak to some other residents too about when you're out and about, you don't really see a lot of heavy equipment yet. You don't see, work crews coming to clear roads and move debris and really distribute aid in large quantities to targeted areas when it comes to from the lens of local government officials. We just haven't personally seen it. So I asked some residents about it, and they said they haven't seen that either, that they understand that the Prime Minister and a lot of their officials are assessing and evaluating, but they do believe now is the time for action to start moving them forward, especially when it comes to, again, key infrastructure. You can't run businesses, you can't run schools, they can't get their life back to normal until the power grid's back up. So it really is still a very fluid situation here in Jamaica. Reporting live for you, I'm Christina Vasquez, Local 10 News.
So you see, a foreign news that, don't say me I tell lie for nobody, Oh, me not try that. And there's someone go. So I could go and listen a little bit more of the news from foreign there and see what go on. What's still going on there?
Up behind from Hurricane Melissa, our Christina Vasquez has been on the ground in Jamaica, embedded with a relief group in one of the island's hardest hit but least assessed areas.
One of the growing concerns is that cholera could be knocking on the door here. That is because of the lack of access to clean and running water.
Wow.
What are your concerns with the fact that, especially in this area of the island, there is still not running water?
I am, of course, concerned about waterborne illnesses, cholera. I am so concerned that kids are going to get sick because there's not enough water to, safe water to drink, water to wash hands, water to prepare meals safely. So those are obvious concerns that we're having.
In the area of Trilani that we were in yesterday, there was a road along the waterfront that you could tell was hit with storm surge, and parts of the roads were still flooded, and you could smell the sewage.
Of course, with the pipes, the hurricane caused so much damage. So can you imagine that water, that came from the pipes mixing with the drinking water? And of course, people have no water supply, clean water supply.
Because even boiling water could be difficult because there's no electricity currently.
We have a gas problem. So there's a food problem. I mean, this is just like a perfect storm. It's emotional for me, like I've said a million times, I think COVID was hard, but this for me is harder. The fear of what can happen after, like you see people collecting road, like I'm driving and I'm like, that water is not clean. And I'm like, I'm hoping, like you want to say, just be careful, but I just want as much medical supplies to come in just in case, because there's lack of hygiene and people are gathering.
She also enumerated a specific list of medical supplies. She says that she needs to eventually treat folks on the ground here. You can find a link to that on our website. That's local10.com. In Montego Bay, Christina Vasquez, Local 10 News.
So let's see what go on, people. So the struggle is still real, and it can get more dangerous in terms of cholera and whatever out there lurks, to jump on we as a group of people. We can't manage that right now, people. That's what I say. Nobody's safe from this. Nobody in Jamaica is safe from this. Not even if you directly get hit by the hurricane, the aftermath, what can come off of this, like you hear about cholera. I mean, that can spread to anywhere in the country, big and fast. That can cause big old problem. We don't have no hospitals for that, people. You understand me? Jamaica get a lot of aid, but people still not see no movements. The movements of the government, slow. If Jamaica was waiting on the government, this is my take on it and my opinion. If Jamaica had sit down and wait on the government, no for dead out, No for you that dead out. You the news people say, man. Regular people them say I donate. The first food supply with them see, relief effort with them see, are from local people. Local, not the government. There are other news reporters out there where, when I hear them, I say, in a several report, where is the government? The man themselves come to our kind of rubble from Kingston. We came through here and some of the residents them even help us to clear the road so we could come through. Where is the government? Because if the news media can get there, where is the government? So that means the news media believe that the government should go over all of them, stopping at the road. Them have helicopter, we have everything. We have a country running up, people. I was talking to a soldier today, a brother we call the platform. I tell me, say, he was in the military during Gilbert. And him say the military was the first people on the road right after the storm. Him say ADPEM was running very well at that time. So I'm saying nobody run the recovery mission, soldier, and the people them report to the ministers them. Not ministers them out there run things, you know, like someone who said Jamaica. You know, when we see them man there in a hurricane response, we say, wow, we're dead man, we're dead with the teeth kin. The same brother was said Jamaica. When we see all them man there, the man them say run. Them man don't care about nobody, man. Yo, warm to the people who deal with this kind of work. No, listen to these people, because remember the other day report and the brother with them fire from ADPEM. No, they fire the brother from ADPEM and I see them go on with this ADPEM stuff. So now the staff at ADPEM, can you remember, you know, such man come out and say, boy, the last 7 years, like a kaba, almost like a kaba people in my work at ADPEM, you know. Remember, you know, I'm in charge, you know. I'm high on fire. I'm high on fire them people, right? And get the best and the brightest, if that is his problem. So after I fired a man there, to me, he might look for somebody to blame for his hurricane recovery effort. So it's always somebody to blame, somebody have to take it. And remember, me tell you, say, remember the brother where that work. Remember when the pollution in the Rayakobe River, the last one that we know about. And NEPA went behind the people and back and make some deal, the government, make some deal with the company that we don't even know about. And they iron out certain stuff behind the back. And one brother get fired, right? So it look like, say, always one man have to get fired. So once a one man get fired, that is a problem. That is a problem where don't blame me anymore. Don't blame me. The problem gone. Blame the problem. The problem is no longer here. So me now gonna show you brand new things. So that's why I see them get a military man and put in there and say, all right, you're gonna see action now. Where the action them there, people? The whole response saw from the beginning, no fire no man can't do nothing, people when you have it in their heart, and have no loving and no empathy and no sympathy. Nothing can make you cultivate that overnight. So all of a sudden, your fireman put military at the head of it and say, all right, look, now we're gonna do this now, we're gonna do that now. If I only alone people are with pan, they're not dead out, man. So check this out. ADPEM staff reportedly demoralized, hurt after PM's comment, which they say undervalue their work and amid Hurricane Melissa crisis. So the Prime Minister undervalued. So the people them where work at ADPEM, they're not feeling good about these people. Because them feel say the Prime Minister undervalue their work. So people are human beings, you hear me? So I can't believe that this such man I do. Undervalue the work of the people. Them look at people and are not do it, people. They can't change this price of bread. Cannot change the price of bread. But the people that say I devalue them. Not looking good, people. Not a good look. Not true. Not a good look, people. I tell you right now. So the Jamaica Civil Service Association, JCSA, expressed concern about Andrew Owen's comments regarding the inability to attract top talent and alleged suboptimal performance at ADPEM. In a statement, the union noted that at a time when Jamaica is still reeling from the devastation caused by the hurricane, such remarks are deeply unfortunate and disheartening to the thousands of dedicated public officers who have been working tirelessly to restore normality, often under immense personal and professional strain. President Techa Clark Griffith said the union received numerous expressions of concern and distress from ADPEM staff members who feel aggrieved by the Prime Minister's statement. She said many of them conveyed their disappointment that despite their extraordinary sacrifices and unwavering service during a national crisis, their commitment appears to have been undervalued. She noted these same public servants, many of whom have lost their homes and have to face personal hardship continue to report for duty. Griffith said, the ODPEM staff continue to serve despite the merger of duties, the strain of limited resources, and the reality of uncompetitive salaries. Such man, I mash up everything, people. Every agency, anything in touch, a mash up. She said their motivation has not been money, but service to country, a value that must be respected and upheld. The JCSA president said, while the union acknowledges challenges related to talent retention and compensation reform across public sector, it rejects any narrative that diminish the value of workers or their collective contribution. She again called for the fair, competitive compensation, respectful dialogue, and a renewed commitment to valuing those who serve. She said, the path to a stronger, more resilient Jamaica lies not in criticism, but in partnership and appreciation for those who work every day to keep the nation moving forward. Thanks for your service, guys. Keep doing a wonderful job. I understand, say when I work under strenuous circumstances, I have to in an office and know where I go on. Because such man will squeeze out the life out of everything. A micromanager will do just that. All right? Thank you guys for watching this video. You know. This is how we go turn off, you know. Bless upon yourself, you know, people. I tell you, say, me just play for you where the foreign media say, sir. Because in such man say, social media tell lie. I mean, I look on the people, man, cry every day, and I look right on me, I say, hold on. They're not people that man look on. They're not today that. They don't know that they're not current situation with them inner. People don't see nobody. Me also show you where people in St. Catherine, Nadine and Crawford constituency are marooned. Today, how much week we are going to have for the hurricane? How much week? Something is off for the wrong people. But me not gonna leave it up. Me thank my Jamaican people, you know, for showing up and showing out. And all people overseas too. Don't bother believe it, those Jamaican people alone. There are people overseas who are pumping stuff to donate to local charity and, you know, give people stuff to give out. Now for them people say I give out stuff and big bulk of it. You know, it's a team effort. Yeah? You have that team effort. So blessings to each and every one we give. You look at TikTok of them who got with the phone, don't stop, go, they go record the thing them, you know. When they don't get tired. You know, and don't stop go there. The YouTuber them, the artists them, let me tell you some respect, you know. You know, me talk about the refused, the rejected, and them show up and show out. Eh? If a government people are wait pan, I'll know we'll lose whole heap of people. I don't know if that was the what we now wait for, and that we don't want the result. We not try create. I don't know. But I don't see why government took so long to go there. Why Beanie Man reach a Black River Hospital before any government? Last time I checked, Beanie Man have the helicopter. So, hey, people power. I say, bless upon yourself. Can you imagine if the people and they have the resources? Now, one thing before me leave. Me hear say, such man, I go, let me tell you, see the brother wants something else in a brother. The brother say, I go, give shop people the stuff we get. Remember, you know, about 100 planes of stuff we get now, you know. Me I tell you about, we're supposed to this about 100 planes of supplies we get. About, are we supposed to close to that? Approximately. Me I tell you right now. So now why I'm reading say, you're going to need voucher and stuff like that to get it. No, with voucher, me not have a problem with that because me understand. But the problem me have is the relief supplies that come in at the plane them, it seems. The government said they must give the shopkeeper them to give you guys. How can we assure transparency and honesty? Are we gonna take these things and give big rich men on a business friend who are labor right already to do whatever they want to do with the relief supply instead of to give the people? So they believe in a friend they will have them business place there. I'm gonna do a good job. We don't. How transparency gonna come out of this if you take all them plane load of stuff and give away? No, what coming at the plane? Coming and knowing? What coming on the plane them? India them send mobile hospital. What kind of other stuff coming on the plane where might end up in a local private hospital, but doctor office, but the place? What else coming on the plane? Look here, this government show everything. Everything in the video. But one thing you know see are the warehouse and what coming on them plane. The warehouse is where them put them stuff for coming on the plane them. One thing you know show. How come you not know what coming on the plane them? We have cat. We got tent. The people must send something for the people them have to help them out. Eh? What we have in that? Another food. So that me see, so hold on there. This relief will come, supplies will come in on the plane. I just rice and flour. We're gonna send the guy shop go buy. Me not understand what do you know. What about the tarp will come in? What about the generator will come in? What about the bed? What about the rain suit, the boots? What about the stuff? Come in and pack for all them things. I mean, just imagine you pack and you send stuff come in the country. What about them other stuff? So let me see that, Mr. Hold on there. So this whole plane load of stuff, just water down to rice and flour. So when I go to shop now with coupon or something for collect rice and flour, cause that me see, Maybe not about the hardware, look like me need to read a little bit more, Yeah? So hold on there. The whole plane load of stuff, I just rice and flour. Me just ask. So when I get coupon, food stamp or whatever, the government said they're going to supply the shop them. How are we going to know about transparency here, people? Labor right, if you're labor right, so you sign up for that. Talk truth. Labor right, come on, man. Labor right, you sign up for that. How that going to work? Missy people, the government not prepared for nothing. They just make it up as they go. They just make it up as they go, people. You ever hear nothing like that before? Where government a supply the shop where you get, like you got Walmart with the food stamp, but the government a supply Walmart with the food. You never hear anything like that, people? No, sir. Hey, my mother. Eh? So what about the other stuff where come? Oh, come and see a picture of it. Or come and see a picture and a video and say, look, we have cots, we have blankets, guys, we'll soon get to you. We have this, we have that, we have zinc, we got lumber, we got nails. How come what? We have plywood. What coming at the goddamn thing them? How come we not see no picture come out of the warehouse? Remember, I don't love to show everything on picture, What? Me just ask question, people. I always ask this. This stuff we don't have in a warehouse, because they must stay a warehouse, Now, I wonder if the same warehouse where Gilbert Zinc did go. Or the Cuban light bulb then. What about the fertilizer then from Morocco? Are the same place it gone? Just a question me ask. Now accuse nobody. Just question me ask. I think this is a bad idea. Yes, I think it's a bad idea. Government now have no plan, people. And it's clear. While the people are desperate. For the government to say, boy, they might go this and them and that and give the food to the store to give away. So that means they have a shop. They get 10 bag of flour from the government to give away. 10 bag of rice. How that not gonna mix up with my stuff? How me not gonna sell out it too? Or me not gonna sell all 2 bag out it for myself? How you gonna guarantee honesty, transparency? Which businessman is gonna get it? You have to put labor right. What is going on? The government not no plan, people. There gotta be a better plan. Go back to the drawing board with that plan. That plan does sound good. Because I know those rice and flour coming on them plane them, man. What to the other stuff coming out? I'm not hear about no coupon figure hardware. What coming on the plane them, man? What coming on the plane them? So does means you don't give the people them what happened to the zinc were coming out on the board, just like Gilbert. This bigger than Gilbert. You want to tell me no zinc no come? You don't want to tell me no zinc no come? Or this time we just take all of the zinc them. Me no know. What about the lumber them? No plywood no come? No lumber, no roof material no come? No nail? Come on, man. I rebuild a country when the hurricane gone and countries after countries and groups are flying stuff. They're not just bringing rice and flour. We see people bringing out black and building supplies. Pan truck a go country go help out people. So yes, and not every plane are going bringing the same thing. Just like the people who are donate and everybody bringing the same thing. Some people bringing something different, brother. So me ask, where the hell the load will coming at the plane? They want to park it. They must see that can hold one warehouse, you know. God damn, I want them thief out anything out of it. Already. Can you see? Can you just imagine them and go through it and see what they can take for themselves and medical something come and them and say they got a private doctor and then I go into the hospital them. Can you imagine people? My God, man. Where's the transparency? On the rise and flow and I get people out of it. Because I see what the Prime Minister say, he can't continue to go around and blah blah, give you this and go give you the care package. So he might give you like a food stamp or some coupon. And then him supply, they store them with the food for Uno. People tell me if that make no sense. Lord God, I know why I go on there, no people. But, so hold on there. The man we have the store. Who is that man there? How we know say him not got teeth out somewhat tight? How we know say, people, tell me if the idea is good. Whether they are PNP or Labour right now, no care about nothing, brother, just the people them. Tell me if that idea is a good idea. Tell me say them shouldn't go back to the drawing board. So hold on there. You know, want to tell the people them say, come in here, make the preparation and say, boy, we have some stuff we got hardware and where. Unless me not see that written, me need to read more or something, but me not see that so far what me read. Me just say, you know, see it. I just rice and flour come. Me just want to know. No generator no come. A plane load after plane load coming. Warehouses. Them sit down for go. Trailer for can go warehouses. Whole heap of sitting. Tent no come. No zinc. Plyboard. 2x4. 2x6. Yeah, man, board for roof. Then they bring the roof material. Zinc or roof tile. You know, anything. That not coming at them plane there. Not even nail. What about mattress? We don't get a fresh mattress to the people them, I mean. What about even cut? Just ask. What about lantern? What about the lantern them? What else coming on the plane that we don't know about? Me say them are the biggest secret in Jamaica right now. What coming on the plane them? Them are gonna show everything, you know, because them brag and boast, you know. Them gonna show everything, but you will never see a video or a picture or come out of what coming on the plane them out of the warehouse them. Me ask the people. So them say them are supply the shop them with the supplies, grocery store. Go get a rice and flour. That's all they boil down to, you know. My God. People, me don't know. We need answers. We don't understand all of things. We don't do. We don't understand it. No, we don't. No, sir. We don't understand all of things. We need answer. Because some things don't make no sense. You know, the people that must get nothing. Then the millions of dollars will come. Instead of a gift to the people, a loan you give them. Can you give loan from a donation, people? Can you turn donation into a business? Money that come for the people. Or you go turn around and hustle the people them who are get the money. Me not understand. Because I'm thinking that the donation money might use lend the people them because last time I checked Jamaica and no money. So I am assuming that the money we get, I turn around, I cut business and profit. It's just some hustling stuff, man. Backroad hustling. What about the generator them? They are loaned to business people. Man, you should have give the businessman and lift up the businessman, the generator. Lift him up. So when they have current gone again, which it happen often, JPS gone all the time, that businessman, him or her, will have that generator. He shouldn't take back no generator and loan nothing, man. No loan anything. There are many people, private citizens, regular Joe, I got bring down generator to give away for free. Me know that. Some of them probably already did. Me know people I got bring down generator for free and probably them do it already. But then I give nobody and say, boy, I'm going to lend you. lend somebody a hand. You lift up the businessman or the businesswoman when you give them a generator. That's what you do. Lift them up. Leave them with it. So they don't have to go out of their pocket and go buy a generator next time, light gone. Leave them with it. Lift them up. You don't go take it back from them. I mean, it look like some parking lot kind of hustle. It don't look right. Government must not embark on them type of hustling. Yeah. I hustle this, people. Kingston Store, bless yourself, Think about it, people. No hustle this, man. Yeah, big government. Which part of your government said about lending nobody anything in a crisis, man? Think about it, man. Where? And then right there say, well, yes, it's a good idea. Because if there's another thing, can take it and put in a storeroom and another storm or anything, other people can get it to borrow. What? What storeroom? I believe if that ever happened, all of them gone. What storeroom? The same storeroom where they fertilizer them from Morocco go? Or the storeroom which part the Cuban light bulb them been to? What about the Gilbert Zinc? What storeroom we talking about? Them liberate to come with all type of stupid excuse and make themselves look fool, just to justify the nonsense we are going and the incompetence of the whole relief effort and the whole recovery effort right now. How you give people generator and take it back? Where you get figure the people them in the first place? Me know nobody never give you and say, no, you can lend them, Me know nobody now give you that you get a generator, probably a whole load of it, How we show them not going to end up back in the store them like the zinc, light bulb, fertilizer? How we know they're not going to, the relief supplies not going to end up back in the stores? If fertilizer will come from Morocco for the farmer, can end up in a store. When I think about generator and zinc and all them things, they plywood and 2x4, 2x6, 10 ton, cut, nail, roof material, mattress, blanket, sheet, think about that. What do you think about them there? Not easy sell them there. My biggest problem is me not seeing any videos coming from the warehouse. What them got in there? Not one minute see people. We don't know which part them when they plane them land. The plane them don't come a country. You like everything come on the plane just lock off a town, people. We don't see it. It look like what come on the plane don't come a country. Me say it look like what come off of the plane just stay a town. And then they say the trouble there, I don't so. Anyway. Shut up, Carlos. Me not talk no louder than the PNP. Me not talk louder than the PNP them, sir. No, sir. Who dare if you are back louder than the opposition? No, sir. Carlos, know yourself. Know your levels. Know your place. Hold back, Carlos. Seize. Anyway, people, thank you so much for watching this video. Facebook and YouTube. Bless up, Feel this if anything, somebody if you hear this. I wish you guys nothing but the best. And I hope your family is in a safe position right now. Bless up yourself, people. My name is Jamaican Carlos. Bless up to each and every one. But in the comment section, every one of you. Yeah, man. Jaja. My name is Jamaican Carlos. I'm out.
Mr. Prime Minister, Ministry of Health and Wellness, those of you who craft this order, I don't know what to say to you. But the Holy Ghost within me tells me that this order is working against the church, is working against the body of Christ. Mr. Prime Minister, I was watching a program last night and you declare me to be your good friend. My good friend, I'm telling you, sir, this order, God gets no glory out of it. And it's making the society worse than it ought to be. You're crippling the fountain of life that gives life to the nation. You're blocking the well. Somebody give me a chance in this house and plant this. You're blocking the well. You're stopping the fountain. Lose the church, lose the church, lose the church, lose the church, lose the church. You're destroying the foundation. And if the nation be destroyed. What can the nation do?
What is the difference between the ordinary thief and a political thief? Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our job, stealing our health, stealing our success. What a shame. What a travesty. Calls for us to think and think deep.
We have to speak the truth. Them have to kill me dead. All when me dead, them can't kill me said. No, we have to speak the truth. Them have to kill me dead. All when me dead. Whoa. I'm from the beautiful land of Jamaica, land of sunshine and the best reggae maker. From me was a little boy from dollar a paper. Here corruption a poor people paper. Them creating killer, thief and raper. Youth graduate from college done hotel waiter. Politician them matter but them we get better later. Only man the prophet are the undertaker. The truth, but I want to kill me dead. And when me dead, them can't kill when me said. Now we have to speak the truth. Them have to kill me dead. And when me dead, them can't kill when me said. Now, whoa, things out of hand in a all kind of manner. Motor vehicle examiner are the biggest scammer. Them scam me nephew, me niece and me mama. Wonder when the government a go put down the hammer. Police respect your uniform, the oath on the way honor. No in a rum bar and a drink till the stomach. Embarrassment to the force with no vulgar grammar. Jump in a yoke, almost kill nana. Office speak the truth, no one fi kill me dead. And when me dead, them can't kill when me said. Now we have to speak the truth, no one fi kill me dead. No one when me dead, them can't kill when me said. Now, well, this a topic when me want to get wild and why so much pretty fall they pan me island. A Jamaica me at a bone, no one no Thailand. Big man dead they want to take a little picking in island. Pity for the stop, government figure off at them. Look on the size and left me look at that of them. Bring them in a jailhouse, make the judge slaughter them in a prison. When they feel the rat again, I'll be speak the truth. Them have to kill me dead. And when me dead, them can't kill when me said. Now me have to speak the truth. Them have to kill me dead. And when me dead, them can't kill when me said. Now, politician, for your time now, open your ears hole. The citizen in charge of the seat that you hold when election done. You remember a soul, not even go fix two patrol. Can't meet with basic needs, then what is your role? The youth they want better road and light pan pole. Youth they want job and money in a bill full. Politician me say make no so cold. So we have to speak the truth. Them have to kill we dead. And when me dead, them can't kill when me said. Now we have to speak the truth. Them have to kill me. Jamaicans call us there, yeah? Okay. Enjoy the tune, man.